What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a Talk About It session with me. My name is Blaze, and if you saw the cover photo, you basically know what I'm going to talk about today. I want to talk about the Animal Crossing E3 2018 bummer. I think it's a valid point to say that a lot of people were excited to hear about a brand new Animal Crossing game or to see a brand new Animal Crossing game revealed for the first time at E3 2018, and Nintendo just didn't deliver. It didn't happen. So I want to talk about that today while we have a minute or two. But if you have any comments or anything you'd like to add to the conversation, put them in the comments below because I would love to hear what you have to say. But I think I want to start off by saying that I went into E3 2018. I did not expect Animal Crossing to be at E3 2018. And the reason that I didn't expect it, there's two reasons. One, I didn't want to be disappointed. I think I'd much rather be pleasantly surprised than ultimately disappointed. And I think many of you went into E3 2018 hoping to see or expecting to see an Animal Crossing game. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, by all means, if you want your favorite game to be in E3, I mean, expect it and be excited for it, be pumped for it, and don't let anybody take that away from you. But I think that I played it more cautious. I played it more close to the chest and said, hey, should they show off an Animal Crossing game? That'll be awesome. But if they don't, well, I didn't. If they don't, then I wouldn't feel any type of way. So the Nintendo Direct for E3 happened. It came and went, and there was no Animal Crossing. So at the end of the day, I was kind of relieved that there wasn't an Animal Crossing. Which brings me to my second reason why I didn't expect it, was because I might be the only one that feels this way, and there might be some others too. And by all means, let me know if you do feel this way. But I'm not ready for an Animal Crossing, and more importantly, I don't think Nintendo is ready for a new Animal Crossing. I think that my expectations for Animal Crossing are so high for the Nintendo Switch that if Nintendo puts out anything less than what I expect, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed. We think about Animal Crossing New Leaf and when it first came out, and we think about how some of the features that are in Welcome Amiibo weren't in New Leaf in the original game. And some of those features are very minor, but some of those features are huge, and they made the game that much better. So I for one don't want Nintendo to announce an Animal Crossing game that's just not quite what we had in mind, that's not quite finished, that needs an update in order to be more fun. I think I stopped playing the original Animal Crossing New Leaf because villagers would just put their house wherever they felt like. And I think that was probably my main complaint about that game, is that we really didn't have any control over where the villagers put their houses. And once they made the Welcome Amiibo update, then we had control, a little bit more control, by placing down paths or patches of flowers, which would prevent animals from living in certain places. So my expectations are so high for the new Animal Crossing that I know that if it comes out and it's less than what it is, I'm gonna be bummed. So, and there is some good news. So I'll get to the good news and the bad news. The bad news is that we just didn't get the announcement that we were looking for, that we were hoping for. But there is good news, and I want to talk about the good news too, because there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There is, down the road that, anything can happen, and we know for a fact. It's straight up fact that Nintendo is not going to, forget about Animal Crossing. We know for a fact Nintendo is going to come out with another Animal Crossing, just based on trends, just based on the fact that Nintendo always comes out with their bigger titles. They come out with sequels to those bigger titles. Zelda's a prime example. It's saying there's another Animal Crossing game is like saying there's going to be another Zelda game. We know that both are true. We just don't know when Animal Crossing is going to be available. So I wish I had more details. I wish I could take a better guess. And I guess, if I had to take a guess right now, my guess would be that Animal Crossing is going to be announced either later this year or early next year. And it'll have a summer 2019 release, at the very latest a winter 2019 release. That's my guess. That's my best educated guess, and we might hear more about it later. But that brings me to the good news: is that Nintendo, since Nintendo doesn't use E3 to announce games. Nintendo has kind of backed away from that the last several years. Is they really only go to E3 because they can't afford not to, and they really only show off games that they want to show you, because they've already announced them. Whereas other companies, they don't do quarterly announcements of games. They save E3 for all of that. But Nintendo's different. They actually had a Nintendo Direct, 2-3 months ago, and showed off a bunch of new games. So E3 was their opportunity to let you play those games and talk more about those games, namely Smash Brothers, and that's kind of what they focused on for this E3, and that's fine for me. But I know some people were disappointed. But the good news is that there are at least 2 more Nintendo Directs before the end of the fiscal year. So this Animal Crossing announcement could come at any of those. And we know that there is going to be an Animal Crossing game someday. We just don't know when. But I think that the other side of the good news, and we have to kind of dig deep for this point. But the other good news about this is that if Animal Crossing was announced for the Nintendo Switch, and it was just a straight up port of New Leaf, you'd be furious, because I know I would be. I would be upset because I would know that I spent so much time in New Leaf already. I have my town in my 3DS version. I don't need a town on the Switch. I don't need another copy of Animal Crossing. I mean, I personally have 5 already, so I don't need another copy of Animal Crossing. New Leaf, anyway. So, if Nintendo came out and said that Animal Crossing for the Switch was going to be a straight up port of New Leaf, it would almost be worse than not having an announcement at all. I think it would actually be, I know I would be pretty furious. So, this is kind of having to dig for a point, for a light at the end of the tunnel, but I think that it's valid, is that, Nintendo is going to come out with another Animal Crossing game, and I would much, much, much rather them take their time and meet most of my expectations, if not all my expectations, for the new Animal Crossing game, rather than like slapping something together, putting the Animal Crossing name on it, and sending it out. I mean, we've seen Pocket Camp come out, and for those of you that love Pocket Camp, awesome. Continue to love the game. Don't let me change your mind. But I personally am not a fan. I don't feel like it's a true Animal Crossing game. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like I'm playing Animal Crossing. And it looks great. It plays amazing. I love everything about the visuals. I love everything about the gameplay. Or everything about the controls anyway, not so much the gameplay. But it's missing the magic that is Animal Crossing. So I wouldn't consider Pocket Camp a true Animal Crossing game. And Nintendo might even just be sitting in their office thinking, we already gave you Pocket Camp. Why do you want an Animal Crossing game so soon after that? I mean, for those of you that enjoy Pocket Camp, maybe that's a valid point. But for people like me who didn't, it's hard for me to justify that as an Animal Crossing game and to say, oh, well, that's good enough, because it's not. I want a real Animal Crossing game. So I guess the lesson here is just be thankful that we didn't get, a half-hearted Animal Crossing announcement. Be thankful that the knowledge is there that someday there's going to be a new Animal Crossing game. It's kind of like I wouldn't say it's necessarily something that you have to do. If you're upset about it, be upset. I mean, don't make me. I'm not trying to change your mind. If you're upset about it, that's fine. But I just feel like there definitely is room for another Animal Crossing game. It's going to happen eventually, and the fact that we don't have an announcement now means that they can take more time to make the game better. So I think it'd be foolish to believe that they're not working on Animal Crossing, or at least they don't have ideas or concepts for Animal Crossing, because it's been a while since the last one, and I'd like to believe they're taking a lot of fan submissions as well, or they're considering what the fans want. And overall, what I want for Animal Crossing is just more stuff. I think Animal Crossing New Leaf is basically, I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's pretty darn close. The only thing that I want is a bigger landscape, more elaboration in terms of like fishing and quests for fishing and specializing in fishing. Cooking is like my number one thing that I want in Animal Crossing, and specializing in cooking, being able to get recipes and doing all kinds of stuff with cooking. and just more of everything else, more furniture, PWPs, um, more customization options when it comes to the layout of your town. I just want more stuff. So I know that Nintendo is probably working on some of those concepts and some of those ideas, if not all of them. But I also know that that game's going to take a while to come out because it's not going to be something they can just half-heartedly put together. So, you know, by the end of this year, if Nintendo does come out and say, hey, new Animal Crossing game, and it's only slightly better than New Leaf, I might be a little upset because they had all this time to work on it. But as of right now, I kind of want them to take their time. No rush. There's some other games I like playing, so, you know, I'm also not entirely done with New Leaf yet. So, you know, take your time, get things together, and when you make the announcement, impress me. And please do not do Pocket Camp on the Switch. That's not what I want. But I think that there is opportunity there, and I really hope that some of these points, you know, made you feel a little bit better. I really hope that some of these points made you understand that, hey, it's not so much, it's not over, it's just not right now. It's not a no, it's just a not right now. So keep your chin up. Keep, you know, if you love Animal Crossing the way that I do, you know, keep promoting it. Talk about it on Twitter. Post your pictures and screenshots on Twitter. I think if Nintendo sees a boom in Animal Crossing, tags and things like that, then maybe they will actually start doing Animal Crossing, or maybe they'll try to put more focus on it. But, you know, just continue to be a part of the community, continue to love Animal Crossing, and continue to promote it in a positive way. And I think that will go a long way to encouraging Nintendo to do the right thing. But, you know, just be patient, I guess, is the moral of the story today. But, you know, that it was a bummer. I will say that it was a bummer to not see anything for Animal Crossing, even though I knew and I thought that it wouldn't happen, and I went in there with zero expectations. It was a bummer to inevitably come out of E3 with not really anything new, except for like maybe 5 games that we hadn't seen before on the Switch, and 3 of them we knew were coming anyway. So because of rumors and leaks. So I will say that not having Animal Crossing at E3 was kind of a bummer. But I think at the end of the day, Nintendo needed to get out in front of Smash Brothers, and they needed to promote Smash Brothers, even though it may not be your style of game. But trust me, your style of game is coming, and I just have to believe that they're not going to just ignore it and brush it under the rug. I mean, there's a bunch of other rumors about games coming out too that I didn't think would happen. So just keep your head up. So again, if you have anything else to add to the conversation, or you just want to kind of talk or hang out, or let me know what you think, put it in the comments below. Hit like, hit subscribe. I'm going to try to do more videos like this, so you know, stay tuned to my channel. And check me out on Twitch too. I do a lot of streaming on Twitch for Pokemon, Animal Crossing, fighting games, Smash Brothers on Saturday morning. So check out my Twitch channel. The link should be in the description. But I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you did like anything I had to say, hit that like button. And until next time, guys, I will catch you on the flippity flip.